Just one roster move. Yesterday we waived Larry Beavers and signed running back Liddell Betts. We wanted to get over here at some point this week, and we chose to do it in the AM. Initially we were going to do it in the PM yesterday, and of course we switched that schedule around. So this afternoon will be just meetings, and then we'll get ready for Houston tomorrow beginning in the AM. Any questions?
Obviously you guys have worked Liddell out. What do you think he kind of brings to the mix?
Well, you know, he's a veteran player. He's someone that we think has got pretty good balance, understands protections well. He worked out well for us. He's coming off an injury, so we've got to monitor and be smart about how we practice him, especially in these first couple of weeks back with his ACL. But his experience is something that we valued, and his workout was good.
If you see him playing this weekend against the Texans in the game?
No. Well, he's got an ACL injury. He hadn't been involved in football. So, other than that, we don't see him playing this weekend.
Coach, it's been a really quiet camp for us today. It's kind of a big decision.
You know, he's doing well. He's been solid. You know, he's one of those guys that plays the run and pass equally well, and certainly one of our leaders on defense. So he's done a good job. He's powerful, and he's been very consistent.
The guys you guys have brought in on defense today, you've always been that left side. Will's kind of the one constant to the other side. So we'll talk about him switching out.
No, I mean, we'll move guys around, but I think it's safe to say his natural position is over there at the right end, and that's where we feel he best fits our scheme as well. So, and you know, that would be how we would normally align. And anything other than that might be a change up or a wrinkle.
How about how far along are we?
No, he's doing well. He's physical. He's handling. You know, he's light years ahead of where he was a few years ago as a rookie. He's one of the guys that's more physical and does a good job with his pads. So he's having a good camp.
Talk about making the move to practice here today. Obviously, get a comfort level for this week.
Yeah, really just to get a feel for, number one, the new surface. Every year we try to get in here once because they change the surface out every year. So each year it's a new turf, and you get a chance to move around on it and make sure we feel good with where it's at. They can harden it if we wanted. If we wanted to do it, we'll see how today went. I thought it went pretty good. In the locker rooms, some of the other things are different. Where the coaches are at on game day upstairs is different, so they're going to kind of walk through those logistics and just try to have that covered before we come in here Saturday night.
When you look at a guy like Betts, do you look at how he'll fit into this locker room? Is that one of the variables?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot goes into that. He's a guy that certainly is a veteran. With all the research we've done on him, he's a guy that is very popular with his teammates. Good all-around football player. He's versatile in that he can play in the sub, he can play in the base. He's a guy that's helped on special teams. The main thing is just getting his rehab and monitoring. Number one, him not being involved in football for a while, conditioning, and number two, just the ACL injury and bringing him along. Much like we've had to do with Jimmy Wilkerson or only he's a little bit further behind, certainly with just getting him.
Say, Coach, when you're trying to make a decision on one of the fringe players, I mean, a guy like Beavers makes a spectacular play the other night, but do the mistakes, do they stick with you a little more as a coach than say the?
Just try to evaluate the player, and do you have a vision for what he could be? And there's a number of things that he's done well because he can run, but there's a lot of areas that we felt like that he had to catch up on, and so that was one example of a player that had done some good things and yet was behind in some other areas. So far, the key is just the consistency. He shows good speed, good coverability. I think more than anything else, like a lot of rookies, is being able to transition and handle the whole entirety of the defense and what he can do. And the same thing applies for what he can do in the kicking game. Can he cover? Can he be a gunner? So with him being healthy now, we're anxious to see his progress. And I do think you see the ability. The key is how quickly can they put that on the field. All right, thanks, guys.
Sean, Casillas.
Why was Casillas?
We held Casillas today just with the shoulder. Nothing serious.
Oh. Thank you.